You know, one thing that really annoys us on the internet is fanboy wars. We see it all the time.
Marvel versus DC, anyone? You know, it always starts innocently enough, but now it's just gotten to the point where you think you're only allowed to like one or the other.
You can't watch any video without annoying comments bringing the whole thing down. These fanboys are the reason why shows like Death Battle exist. By the way, Goku lost. Get over it. He is still a great character, and at the end of the day, it doesn't change anything. And now, there is a new fanboy war that has reared its ugly head.
Tomb Raider versus Uncharted. And thanks to Microsoft buying the rights, permanent or temporary, to the rise of the Tomb Raider, it has really exploded. And from now on, until both that game and Uncharted 4 come out, we're going to have comments like this on every trailer that gets released.
Now, we both have enjoyed and played the Tomb Raider and Uncharted franchise and really enjoy them. And in doing so, we really find that this whole fanboy battling just doesn't make any sense to us.
Because at the end of the day, we believe that both the Tomb Raider and Uncharted series, while they're both great, are also completely different. Allow us to enlighten.
Now you probably think we're insane for making such a statement like that. I mean, just look at them! You can plainly see that both games are about the same thing. An adventurer venturing to exotic locales, fighting enemies, and finding relics. Clear and simple. So it's no wonder that people are comparing the two, right? Well, as my old friend Rafiki once said, look hard. Exhibit A, Uncharted. When you play this game, the first thing that jumps out to you is all the action set pieces. You spend the majority of the gameplay ducking and covering, firing off rounds, and collecting ammunition off of dead bodies. Now it is well done and addicting. That's one of the reasons that we enjoyed this game so much. In fact, we bought the double pack of Uncharted 1 and 2, and enjoyed it so much that we ran off and bought the third one. You can make a case that's one of the best trilogies in all of gaming.
But now let's look at Tomb Raider. One of our favorite series of all time. I mean, it goes without saying, right? If you look at our channel and all the hours we spend on the series. Now, right now, we're just talking about the original series, not the reboot. We will get to that in a moment. When we play Tomb Raider, Lara Croft spends most of her time exploring, searching, solving, pushing, entering, and claiming. And every once in a while, you have to blast some wolves or something.
Now, this is what we're ultimately getting at. While both Uncharted and Tomb Raider are essentially about the same thing, they go about it with entirely different methods.
Uncharted is a run-and-gun shooter, with pockets of exploration to up the action, while Tomb Raider is exploration and puzzle solving, with pockets of action placed here and there. Both games take different paths to accomplish its goals, and they both do it very well, at least as while we're talking about the original series.
Which brings us to this game. The 2013 Tomb Raider reboot.
Now we like this game. It's well made for what it is.
But we also believe this game's mission statement was wrong. I mean, to us it was, let's reboot Tomb Raider. And by reboot Tomb Raider, we mean let's make it completely like Uncharted with elements of Assassin's Creed thrown in. The tagline for this game was, a survivor is born, meaning we have a young, inexperienced Lara Croft caught up in a dire situation, surrounded by crazy cultists that all want to kill her. But the thing is, we feel that Crystal Dynamics was trying to have it both ways. I mean, during the cutscenes, we see how scared and hesitant Lara is, but during the actual game, she's gunning down these enemies left and right without any qualms. I mean, she's ducking and shooting, collecting ammo from discarded foes. Look familiar?
What about the tombs? They are there, but only as an optional side missions. Shouldn't that be the main objective of Tomb Raider? Just saying. No surprise, but the exploration parts were our favorite parts of the game. It was just a shame that they were all just simple rooms. Tomb Raider, as it originally was perfectly fine. It's a try-and-true formula that never gets old. We have friends, as a matter of fact, who wish they would have made an Indiana Jones game as well as the classic Tomb Raiders. All we're saying is that if we're in the mood for exploration and puzzle solving, we'll play Tomb Raider. If we're in the mood for an action run and gunner, we'll play Uncharted. It is our hope that for Rise of the Tomb Raider, Crystal Dynamics will go back to the original formula, with more of an emphasis on the, tomb raiding. But we worry that they will maintain the action-heavy focus of the 2013 game. And if it does, it would be a shame, because that would mean less variety in gaming.
Now ultimately, trying to compare Uncharted and Tomb Raider is pretty much just like trying to compare, say, Star Wars and Star Trek.
Now, just because they both take place in space and they both have stars in them, people believe that they're in direct competition with each other.
Star Wars is a space fairy tale, with magic wizards and laser sword fights. Star Trek is an intergalactic western about traveling to the final frontier, searching out new life and stuff. They are both great at what they do. I mean, they're both entertaining and they're both different. And there is room for both!
And we feel it's the same thing with Tomb Raider and Uncharted. So when people online try to compare the two series, it just doesn't hold any interest for us because it's like comparing an apple to an orange. Both are delicious and satisfying in their own ways. Now you can like one better than the other, there is nothing wrong with that. To us though, they both hit the spot.
Now, of course, all we're doing here is just giving our own personal opinion. You are free to like whatever you want. But as far as we're concerned, whether it's with Miss Croft or Mr. Drake, just have fun adventuring. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Or, you can be a jerk and an a-hole and just be like, you know what, put this down, because Tomb Raider is by far the most better series, and you have no opinion on the matter, so there!
Uncharted does everything that Tomb Raider does
No,
better.
no,
yes, it does.
no,
yes,
no,
yes, yes,
no,
yes,
hell no,
yes, yes,
no.
yes, yes.